In this daily drop, we're going to talk about the Stanley Powersquid. We're also going to be talking about some of this stuff over here. They're kind of both food related based on the name of this product. So let's go. All right, everybody, here we are. It is actually, while I'm shooting this, just a few hours away from kickoff for Super Bowl Sunday. As you may know, if you follow this channel, I'm not a huge sports person, but I love watching big sporting events, and I absolutely love sports-related movies and television shows sometimes as well. The whole underdog thing and that stuff, it gets me most of the time. So what I wanted to talk about today is kind of a split personality episode. Let's talk about this Powersquid first and foremost. I travel sometimes a lot, sometimes not so much. But whether I'm going out of town on an airplane for an on-location project or on-set project, or I am doing production locally, this thing right here is almost always inside of a crate or with me inside of a bag on the project. It's pretty simple. It's a charging station. We call them squids, or this one's actually from Stanley. It's called the Powersquid. And what I love about it is when you encounter things that are oddly shaped, a power strip isn't going to do it. So this allows you to plug in all of your chargers. I actually have two of these, and it does the trick, and it does it well. It's not complicated. It has an on-off switch, which is great. And that's really all there is to it. It also doesn't take up a lot of room inside of your kit, and they are inexpensive. They generally cost about $20 US for these things. This particular Stanley one here, they make in black and yellow or just all black. There are a couple of other options, which I'll put links to in the description. And again, I would say one or two of these, and you're good to go in terms of charging locally or when you're on the road. All right. Again, if you follow the channel, you know I'm a little bit food obsessed and I love to cook. It's not going to get complicated. It's a small thing today for the Super Bowl, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I'm going to be doing and also at least one recipe or start of a recipe that if you've never done it, you may want to check it out. All right, so let's talk about the chicken wings. And obviously, it's Super Bowl Sunday, so it's the way to go. Here's the thing. I'm not going to fry. There's a technique where, and I would use aluminum-free baking powder. You use baking powder and salt. It's always Diamond Crystal kosher salt for me. Don't use Morton's. Look, it's just different. If you start to get used to it, there's a reason chefs use Diamond Crystal, okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. So baking powder, a little bit of salt, and you take your chicken wings and you toss them in that. And essentially you bake at two different temperatures. One is in Fahrenheit, about 250 Fahrenheit. And you do that for a period of time to essentially render the fat in the chicken wings. And then the second one is you turn it up for, 30 to 50 minutes, depending on the size of the wings and how crispy you like to get them. And that's going to be the crispy part. And this stuff right here is the key to the castle, because there's a chemical reaction. It gets really, really crispy. And then what you do is you toss. And the standard way would be to do Frank's RedHot with butter, Tillamook representing for Oregon here. And you're going to basically make your standard buffalo wing sauce. So we're definitely going to do that today. And then, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Gochujang. It's a Korean, basically paste. It's a fermented paste. And you can get this at a place like Trader Joe's here in the States. Maybe they have it in Aldi. You can obviously get it online, and any Asian market will have it. And depending on which one you get, there's different heat levels. It's generally not just mild, but there's usually a medium to a very hot version. And you can just take this with your wings and toss it in this as well. First time I've done an episode like this. A long time ago, I did a Gearbox where I was preparing a turkey for Thanksgiving, and that was a long time ago. All right, the steak. So I woke up at 5:30 this morning having a little bit of a freak out, but this is a premium Dashi Ponzu with Yuzu in it. So you've got a lot of ingredients. This particular one, again, I didn't know it when I bought it, representing Oregon. It's made and distributed out of Newberg, Oregon, which is a stone's throw. And this basically, core ingredients, you've got soy sauce, you've got cane sugar, onions, tangerine peel, lemon juice concentrate, yuzu juice, sea salt, dried tuna. And essentially what I did is I took just part of this bottle. I took 3 steaks in a Ziploc bag and I marinated them. The reason I freaked out at 5:30 in the morning is because because it's acid and you don't want to overcook the steak. And so you might want to use a marinade like this for 1 to 6 hours. I basically took it out, blotted it, and then I took a test piece, brought it up to room temperature, tried it. Absolutely delicious. I would not marinate for more than 12 to 24 hours. And that really depends on the cut of the steak that you're using. So a New York strip would hold up more than if you were using a filet. A filet would get mushy pretty quickly. Flank steak would hold up pretty well for a longer marinade, but it's also not that thick. So you're going to have to experiment if you want to try something like this. But the rest of this will be reserved so we can dip the steak. And then we're going to do, so basically the menu is fresh guac with chips and salsa. We're going to do the chicken wings probably 2 ways, but I might just lean on the buffalo. And then we'll do, celery, blue cheese dressing, so on and so forth. The steak with this stuff, which is amazing. I don't know if you can get it. I'll look online. And then we're going to do a BLT salad, bacon, lettuce, and tomato, or maybe a BLTA with avocado salad. We'll do applewood smoked bacon, really thick cut, and we'll just render that off in the oven. Not too crispy, not too soft. And then lettuce, tomato, probably more of a chopped salad. Maybe there'll be a little cabbage that goes in there, and like a dill ranch dressing. It's going to be good. Nothing too over the top, nothing fried except for those tortilla chips. Enjoy yourself when you're cooking, and don't forget about the Powersquid. I'll put links to everything in the description. Don't forget to, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.